Welcome to our 1960 International Metro van body dropped over a HEMI Durango. And as you remember where we left off, we had this thing up in the air and we were pulling it out. And of course there's two tie downs onto it. And once it cleared this big body, it occurred to me I might be able to ride this thing down the little hill in the back if he gave me a good enough push.
Get this going. I know, the camera. Push it! No, don't.
He was going back there to push me.
We'll run the camera over.
I agreed it was a good idea.
Here, I'll push you.
There's no brakes. What's going to stop it?
You're heading to that stump right there, so you're gonna go flying. This is gonna be crazy. Here we go, folks. Aiming for that stump. That's enough, you dick! If it hits the stump, I'm jumping off. Woo! That was lackluster.
Okay, well, out in the middle of the gravel, we were able to pull it off, right? I ain't going under there, though. You see those boards? They're making noises. We're going to now uncover the HEMI chassis, move all this debris. We're going to start it, and we are going to drive it right up to here, and then we're going to push it underneath so that we don't have any death, you know, trying to avoid death.
Alright, right there.
All right, so I said I wasn't going underneath it, but it had been hanging for so many hours that it felt safe, so I went under there and had a good look around, made sure there was plenty of room, looked like everything was going to go. Now, what you don't see is the fact that I actually drove it under here myself.
This is really cool. This is very cool.
Yeah, getting out's a breeze, and everybody watching thinks we're absolute hillbillies because, I don't know, maybe we are. But it definitely worked. The plan is coming together, as you can see. Now it's just a matter of how low can we get it? How far down can we drop it? I was trying to go for the slammed salt racer look, but the wheel wells hit first, and I'm going to move those, and I end up cutting them out later. But the actual windshield frame was resting on the engine, and you really couldn't go as low as you wanted because of the front track width. Now, there's a lot of flexibility in a big tin can with the bottom cut out of it. So that's what I was doing, was trying to make the best of both worlds all the way around. And what we ended up with was something like this.
Okay, scratch that. He's coming over. I texted him and said, hey, man, I'm going to move this under its own power. And he doesn't live that far away, so he's coming over right now. He's going to watch us move it in case the whole body slams to the ground. It might.
Yeah! Here we go, folks.
I want these wheels right at the edge. Tell me when to stop.
Keep on going. You're not going to do a burnout, are you?
All right.
That's it?
What's wrong? The back wheel's hit. You can't go in reverse.
Oh, no.
Yep, you can't go in reverse.
Now what?
You got to cut that part away. We dropped it. We bent it. This morning, the Metro is going to have to get some body lift, actually, because when we welded it together and put it in reverse, the whole thing dropped, as I'm sure you saw. So what I need to do is pick it up a bit, and I also need to widen the back of the wheel wells because they actually touch the tires, and we need travel. So I'll be modifying the wheel wells and hopefully getting this carcass positioned properly on the frame this morning. And let's see how that goes. Hang on a sec. We welded some stuff up to hold it, and then we pulled down the scaffolding and called it a day. Well, the floor pan was not body mounted to the frame, so the whole thing was askew by an inch. So I'm supporting the body on one side and moving the floor pan right now, which, lesson, slow the hell down. Don't be in such a hurry. You got plenty of time. So yeah, we boned ourselves on that one. But I'm here dealing with it. It's real early on Sunday. I'm going to keep going. So yeah.
And it took hours. And by midday, everybody showed up to give me a hand, and I love that when I have help. He anchored my tire machine to the ground for me so that later, once we got this thing raised a few inches and we checked for tire clearance, and even on the bumpy ground, as long as you go slow, the body doesn't roll too bad so far. But the tire's clear, and we're calling that a win. So the next thing we wanted to do is get it over onto the asphalt parking lot next door, you know, the tarmac, and make sure that it was reasonably square and level on flat level ground, because the way we were doing it on the gravel, you know, it was tough. It actually came out really good. There's plenty of room. Looks kind of funny like that until we switched to the bigger tires. And I like this. We're going to have flat aluminum discs for this later, but I really like the look, and you can tell it's a usable truck. That's exciting. You can put it in reverse now, no problem, and you are able to use this truck. This is going to be, I don't know that I would tow something with it because of the raised center of gravity with the bit mushy SUV suspension that's under it, but all of that could be dealt with at a later date. You know, and you definitely could put a couple of motorcycles in the back. And I know the steering position's crap. I'm a mile away from the wheel. But don't worry. In the next episode, when it's probably going to be the final edition of this, you'll see me up in a van type seat with a straight up and down steering column. I'm moving that whole entire thing. So have no fear. You don't drive it from the center. You'll be able to sit upright. You'll be close to the windshield. The steering wheel will look like a normal big giant van anyways. It'll feel kind of like a zombified UPS truck. Thanks again for watching, everyone. Please stay tuned to see the remainder of this giant monster come to life and make a 12-hour road trip we're planning inside of this thing. So thanks for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share wherever you see fit. And by all means, leave a comment at the bottom. Thanks, and I will see you soon.